Number one, are you ready? Are you ready? We will build a great
seating area out of concrete, which has a solar panel in the middle of it and can charge people's phones through outlets on the sides of the bench.
Some of my interviews, people called you stupid. How do you feel about that?
I didn't know, but whatever. Who said that?
Do you agree or disagree?
Stupid?
Oh my God.
I disagree.
Oh,
I wore shorts and that. They reinforce these corners.
Would you describe Ethan as a practical person?
We have a patio.
No. Well, I mean, he gets shit done, but no. He's had some good ideas. He hasn't always been able to complete those ideas, like, realistically. But, you know.
What about the boy Glennis? What do you think? What was his general reaction to the bench?
Well, in the beginning, like, I gave them very little information. You know, I told Mr. Dennis that I was going to make a bench, and then he said talk to the maintenance, and then the maintenance Dennis, and they both sort of assumed that the other person. Everybody assumed that it was in somebody else's hands. You know what I mean?
So would you say that one of the reasons for your bench's success is based on mutual confusion?
Yes, absolutely. Although I was very careful to make it so that I didn't sign anything. So if I had wanted, I could have just left it and done nothing.
What are the requirements for the third year project?
The first 2 years are a good start. You also have to be, good at life. It's kind of important to do. To do it well, not like to do it like this.
And now it is time for the off man to lay down some hot fuego on the lad Ethan.
You didn't put any sort of rebarb, nothing.
Fucking idiot.
Did you drill holes? Did you prep the concrete below?
What are you worried is gonna happen?
It's gonna
That didn't answer the question. That didn't answer the question.
Yeah, you
Ethan.
didn't answer my question.
No.
Did you prep the concrete under what you poured?
No. You know why?
So you just poured concrete on top of...
Where is it gonna go? How is it gonna move? A tornado couldn't lift this thing up.
You underestimate a tornado, boy.
Yeah, maybe. But we don't have tornadoes
Okay.
here.
Never mind.
Maybe a really, really powerful earthquake. But that's gonna bring down the buildings before buildings.
You know what? Never mind. Never mind. You're fine. Do you? Ethan, where did you learn your fine, may I say fine, construction skills?
Most of them I picked up just around odd jobs around the house for the past few years. I took a woodworking class, been in Business Academy for 3 years, and this year I took a construction class, which is every week.
Did that encourage you to make this project?
No, I just wanted to make the project. That's what allowed me to do it.
I don't know. It's like a little kid kind of, making some structure out of Play-Doh. It looks kind of good, but then again, it's just like a little kid,
Would you call yourself an organized person?
Sure, yeah. In most things. Just not the things I do actively.
So right now it goes under the house?
Everything that he did was technically wrong. It was a catastrophe in the way he performed. He created a piece of art that has stood, the test of time for years, but it's not traditional, and I felt like it captured kind of who this man is.
What do you think of Ethan's planning skills?
What planning skills?
For the concrete pouring, did you have all the tools that you needed at the ready before you started?
Not at all.
Well, we started pouring, and the form started just slightly opening up. So we had to cut some more 2x4s, get the corners, force them back together as best we could, and then I had the manager of the concrete place calling me saying, "You gotta hurry up! I need my workers back." Like, you know, every half hour. He got super pissed at me because he was also doing me a favor by even sending them here in the first place.
Did you pay full price for them?
I did.
How much did you think it would cost for them to come here?
$500.
How much did it cost?
$1,000.
Nice.
From the concrete fiasco, I think Ethan's, you know, a little not the best at construction, but
The concrete had like a whole bunch of air bubbles. It kind of seemed like it was crumbling down, but that didn't stop Ethan. Ethan was going to repair that. Well, not so far, but in the future he will.
True craftsmanship.
I think you have that angle.
Wait, he actually tried repairing it. Look, there's a nail in here. That's a screw, Davey.
Well, tomato, tomato.
All right, Ethan, I want you to describe to me in detail what you're doing right now and what you hope to accomplish.
All right, right now I'm mixing raw Portland cement with concrete adhesive to make a mixture that will be able to patch the holes that I have in the walls of the cement.
How familiar are you with the process involved in this?
I have pretty much no idea what I'm doing here. I learned from a YouTube video on my way over here.
How long was the YouTube video?
3 minutes.
What are your plans for the electronics?
Oh, good question.
I'm a scat man.
So it was your outlets that you bought at a discounted price, right?
I had an idea of what I wanted. I wanted 4 USBs, a switch, and some sort of sensor, which is what I ended up getting. So I spent some time looking online for different USB panels and stuff. So I saw this general design, but I couldn't find a place where I could buy it for any good, exactly how I wanted with the right components and stuff. So I went on a Chinese manufacturer's website called Alibaba. I found somebody who was willing to send some samples so that I could test them out in my store, you know, before buying a major inventory. Of course, I didn't lie about anything. I just didn't tell them that I was a personal user. The assumption was if I was happy with the samples, then I would follow up and buy more.
When did the neighbors complain?
About a month ago, I think. So they've been looking at this for about a month after complaining. So that's fine. We're gonna paint it the same colors as the gym.
Ethan, have you been to the circus lately? Would you say that would be your inspiration?
Well, I didn't choose the colors.
Are you saying you don't have control over your painters or the people who work under you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So are you saying you're incapable
of that?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about other things? Was it your plan to have this bench completed so late?
No. But it was my plan to have the bench completed before school starts again. And that's gonna happen.
Does that contradict your statement that the bench should be done within the first week of summer vacation?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, looks close. The whole outer ridge and the end.
Come on. Stay in.
Are you filming this?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to coming into Physics Academy on like the second week of school victorious. You know, nobody in the history of third year Physics Academy has ever done anything this big, right?
It worked. There we go. Is it finally connected? It's actually working this time?
Connected now. Well, it was working before. I just disconnected accidentally.
Okay.
All right, so let us first acknowledge this moment. You have completed your bench. It's
I
done.
have. There is a problem I'm hoping will not be a problem, which is that there's literally no possibility of drainage.
Oh.
I mean, usually in a garden bed, it goes straight into dirt. It's like built on top of dirt. But
Right.
this literally is just resting on concrete.
That's true.
The water has literally nowhere to go.
So what's gonna happen? Is it gonna flood in there?
Hopefully nothing will happen. What the hell is that? Oh, it's Joseph Stalin as a me?
It's the we. It's the we. So okay, I just figured that if you put communist leaders and the we with no caption, it has to be funny, right?
Obviously.
Because it's the we and a communist leader.
Sure, it could be.
I mean, I don't know why it's funny, but it's gotta be funny, right? Because it's the freaking we
Okay.
in communism.
I think you're a little bit tired.
Nonsense.
What was your favorite stage of the construction?
Favorite?
Yep.
I guess it would have to be planting the succulents. It was really easy, and it was a lot of progress for very little risk compared to the other steps. My least favorite part was probably pouring the cement, because that could have just been really bad.
Could have been.
You know, if that wooden frame had collapsed, it would have been just a big giant concrete splotch in the middle, no way of getting rid of.
Oh, this is so romantic.
Not really. It's a pig.
Hearts. Bitch. You don't call that romantic? There's fucking hearts. And it's a Minecraft pig. Okay.
Is the final product as good as you imagined it would be?
That's an interesting question. I'm not sure how to answer that, because I guess in the beginning I imagined, I have a pretty good imagination, so I was able to imagine something pretty amazing. But realistically, I couldn't have imagined ending up that much better. Oh, sorry, Paul. Hang on. Alex just transcended the stairs, spouting communist hours memes.
Yeah, so I want to talk about the end of the school year. All right, you're in front of Mr. Holt, and you at this moment in time, your bench consists of a concrete structure and nothing else. What is Mr. Holt's reaction to that?
Well, I had a wooden pillar at that time as well for holding the solar panel. So all the construction was technically pretty much done. He said he asked for that quarter. Yeah, I was able to talk him up to a C-. Ended up giving me a B- anyway.
And what about Mr. Temple?
Mr. Temple, you know what? I had been avoiding running into him while I was working on my bench. I don't think he had thought about the bench the entire summer. I think he was off rock climbing and stuff. So he was like, "Hey, look, it's done." It was very low key.
Like we weren't around to see you do that stuff.
Hang on 1 second.
All right.
Jesus. Stop it. No. My dad just came up here and threw clothes all over me. On my computer. All over the place.
If you had to do this project again, what would you do differently?
I probably wouldn't do it. But if I was going to do it again, I would get more people to help, committed, and more money, more time, more experience, construct a way better form for the concrete.
Do you have a message for all the people who didn't believe in you?
Yeah, sure. You guys were right not to believe in me because there was a very large chance of it not being successful. So you got everything you need here, Paul?
Yep, I do. Thank you for taking the time to grant me some knowledge about your bench.
All right, see you, Paul.
All right, see you, man.